to be talking about why Scrum Master training and project management training and all these things are actually all interconnected into your career. But I just want to say some of the symptoms. These are things that people are not actually talking about online. And because they're not talking about it online, you're actually unaware of it. And because you are unaware of it, you're making these mistakes. And you're making these mistakes without knowing that you're making these mistakes. So it's going to cause a lot of problems. Okay. So we're going to be talking about that. And the other thing is that if you have questions, please make sure you drop me a question in the chat. It makes a huge amount of difference when you actually do that because it helps me answer your questions. And like I said, this is coming live and it's for the benefit of yourselves. So if you have any questions, write them down into the chat box. I'm more than happy to answer them. And obviously, when we do these lives, the better the interaction, the better the questions, the better the information that you guys can get. So let's get on with it. Which are the most defunct certifications that you have right now in the market? What I'm trying to say here is out of date. The ones that are out of date right now are PSM and CSM. They just don't have a organizational framework that are supporting it that's going to allow it to drive forward. It only talks about the teams layer, the bottommost layer. This is not something that's going to help you get to the top. Because as we spoke about in yesterday's video, we said very clearly that to get to the top, you need to have a very good cross-sectional set of skills. Number one, and number two, you need to have a understanding that this role is got abilities which ties into many other levels. We're not just middle management, we're teams, middle management, and a leadership level as well. As a scrum master or a project manager, you are helping everyone. You are facilitating, you are assisting, you're everywhere. You cannot say that you're just one thing and you're doing one thing. It doesn't work that way. You have your hands in everything. And as we said in yesterday's live stream, we also said about how you are facilitating and you're supporting the execution of the project or program. The better the execution is, the much more smoother the execution is, the better it's going to be for yourselves to actually get, to get the team to work in a smooth performance way. The smoother the performance, the better the value delivery. And that's what your stakeholders want. Stakeholders are checking to see, is this person got the skills, tools, and techniques and abilities for me to actually deliver the work? Or is this someone that's just, in it for the 9 to 5? And the vast majority of people are. They're just in it for the 9 to 5. So that's what we're trying to get away from. That's what we're trying to actually get away from is this kind of mentality. What we're trying to get to is a perspective now where you and the team can coexist smoothly, facilitate the performance of the team, and deliver value output in a smooth manner. That's where we're trying to get to. So that means the way you coach that team has a big part to play. Guess what? None of that is contained in PSM and CSM. Show me where it's contained. Show me where the organizational framework is contained. Doesn't exist. Show me where the actual anti-patterns of a team exist. It's not even mentioned. The only thing they talk about is vanilla Scrum. Frankly, I don't care. We have slightly larger problems in the industry right now that we need to deal with. And because of this, it's not touched upon. Because it's not being touched upon, we're going to have some serious. So I've got a question here. Where are your training courses and where can I find details of them in the So very good question. So training courses are international. You feel free to drop me a message. My WhatsApp details are usually on the in the comments. Feel free to drop me a WhatsApp and we can take it from there. So not a problem from there. I have another question saying, what certificate you're always bashing the other certs, which one would you recommend? As Safe Scrum Master, for sure. Happy to discuss that day and night. I've been saying it in all about I've got over hundreds of videos on my channel. I've only ever recommended one certification, and that's the one. So always go for that one. It will help you guys the most. And don't forget, guys, the industry is going through a digital transformation. No questions asked. Because it's going through this digital transformation, you need to have the right certs underneath your belt. And the only cert that you need right now is the Safe Scrum Master. That kind of organizational framework that's contained in there will help you drive those projects. Because a lot of you say to me all the time, I don't have IT knowledge. So what? You need to have the framework knowledge to execute the IT projects at the end of the day, right? You're not expected to be an IT expert. That's where the problems are. So once when you master these things, the better it's going to be for you. But that means don't be led down astray, because a lot of you are getting advice on other channels and other places which really don't help you. Really, it doesn't actually help you. What in terms of what you're trying to do? You're trying to get a job. You're trying to get a job. You're trying to get you're trying to get something that's going to help you land a job. And not only that, you don't want to waste your money. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to be wasting your money on things, on items that doesn't get you what you're looking for. So the better you can target yourselves into a specific line of focus for Scrum Master training that gets you what you're looking for at the end, you're the winner. And stop listening to people which are saying PSM and CSM. Show me where the organizational framework is in those things. It doesn't exist. Because of that, it doesn't exist. You're going to waste your $1,000. You're going to waste $1,500 on rubbish that no one needs. So it's up to you. If you want to spend $1,000, $1,500, go ahead, spend it. It'll be your loss. Time, money, and effort, all down the drain. Take my advice. Safe Scrum Master certification is by far the best. Okay, so we spoke about a couple of things there. Let's move on and talk about the AI, machine learning, and the digital transformation that's happening, which is considered the new financial oil for companies going forward. So I'll say that again. AI, data, machine learning, all this cloud computing, all this tech area, it's considered as the new financial fuel of the organization. What does that mean? Before, companies would rely on money coming in from the consumer sales. But now, if you have good data insights, you have good analytics on what the users are doing on your products, you actually have a better understanding in terms of what you need to hone in on. And if you have that, the chances of you having success in the marketplace becomes far more greater. So, what's the takeaway? The takeaway is that you should be aware on how to integrate these aspects into your methodology. Guess what? Scrum doesn't contain that. However, the new safe, scaled, agile updates contain that. Are you surprised? Go up and check out the articles. Go on the Scaled Agile website. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to go on the SAFE website. I want to show you this. I'm going to prove it to you guys, because I'm going to get a whole bunch of people saying, SAFE framework. Here we go. Share screen, just so that everyone can see. So here we are on the website, and you can clearly see here. Let's go for the full. Picture has been revamped, which is very cool. You can see up here a very interesting thing. What does it say there? Big data. Let's click on that. Stop sharing that, and let me share the new tab. Big data. So you should see it now. There you go. You've got a full article, a massive article, which is exactly detailing you how to integrate data, big data, into your Scrum, your IT, your project management methodology. Before, we didn't have an understanding on how to do this. This is contained now. This is self-contained. You don't need to think about this. It's already there. Show me another framework that has a level of detail and a level of understanding as well as put together. Pictures are pretty clear. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. Simple. And even for the ones, right, I want to get a whole bunch of people saying this to me. Oh, is this just for the Scrum Master? No. I've got news for you. I've got big news for you. This is also for project managers. This is also for executives, for deputy managers, senior managers, assistants, secretaries, teams people, product owners, product managers, everyone. Business analysts, if they still exist, data analysts, of course they exist, scientists, whoever it is, everyone is impacted here. And because the impact is so great, it's on a scale that it's a magnitude 10 earthquake. And your ability to navigate such cataclysms will be the success and your demise here. It's pretty clear to me and for other people. Data ops lifecycle, clearly well stated here. And this is contained in a freely available article for you guys to go and read. So you have so many things at your fingertips right now that's going to help you and it's going to assist you get the best out of your career, get the best out of your managing methodology, and directing teams to become the best that they can be in their areas of work. My question to you is, would you really want to take another certification that doesn't contain this stuff? Should you really risk it? Clear indications of how you want to map it and flow into the system, how you want to create pipelines, and how you want to do so many good things. Back to me. Question here from one of the viewers is saying, big data has always been a problem for me to integrate it into my projects, but that clearly shows me, and it's a good article to read for me later on. Yes, I agree with that. Another question here is, how would you integrate AI into your methodologies? Well, AI is actually covered in the article. If you read that article, the one I was just sharing there, there's clear signs. There's clear methodology. There's a clear approach there, a clear path that you can take to take AI, because AI is vastly going to outperform us going forward. Scrum masters, project managers, all of us, we need to be aware of how we can integrate this for us going forward. The better we can integrate these things into our processes, into our methodologies, the better we will be. So the message of today's video is this. We're living in a fast-paced environment. And because it's fast-paced, those methodologies need to stay up to date. You don't want to take something which is virtually out of date, CSM, PSM, as I continuously warn every one of you, stay away from this. It's not entry level. It's actually far below. Then you should only be paying $100 for these types of things, as far as I'm concerned, because far as I'm concerned, they're useless. As far as I'm concerned, it's absolutely useless. Go for something where you can spend a good amount of money and get a certification that's going to absolutely smash the market. And you can get into a very high level mid-management position and then shoot off from there into an agile coach, a business agility coach, whatever it wants. But that starts off with you understanding yourself to get your head out the other crap that people are feeding you, and go for the items that's going to tick the boxes and take you up into that career ladder. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, given our 30 seconds, if you have any questions, write them down. Another 30 seconds. We've had a good amount of questions here on career progression, why project management or Scrum Mastering, which one you want to go for. A lot of good questions. If you have any questions, write them down. Please write them down. Another 20 seconds, then I'm shutting the stream down. If you have any questions, write them down. We answer everything we can, even if it's something as mundane as you think. Sometimes it really does make a difference. So if you have any questions, please write them down. Anything anything goes here. Okay, no questions. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in today, and I really appreciate the questions. Hopefully, you've gotten some insights, and share the video for someone that could can gain some good insights. Subscribe to the channel, and always